Jiro here from Umbra Games with a review of Cyber Shadow, currently available on pretty much anything you'd want to play it on digitally, no physical yet that I'm aware of. This game is published by Yacht Club Games, the creators of Shovel Knight, and developed by Mechanical Head Games, which I believe is their first title, and was released January 26, 2021. I played it on Xbox Game Pass on an Xbox Series X for the review, but it's slated to leave that service January 31st, 2022. Cyber Shadow is a side-scrolling action platformer where you control Shadow, a cyborg ninja, in his journey to free his ninja master. The game takes place in and around Mecha City and takes you through several environments including laboratories and ruined streets along the way. You begin the game with no real abilities, having lost them whilst in hibernation. Shadow can swing a sword and jump. There's no ducking, which took me a minute to get used to, with the initial look and feel so close to the 8-bit Ninja Gaiden NES games. You eventually unlock powers that consume SP when used and are fired off with button combinations like up plus attack for the shuriken and down plus attack while on the ground to shoot fireballs up. You unlock the ability to sprint, and by default this can be done both by double tapping a direction and by pressing the right bumper while running normally. Thankfully this can be turned off in a menu, because another ability you gain is parrying bullets. This is done by pressing toward the direction of a bullet when it's right in front of your face. The two actions can cause a little bit of conflict. You also get a Scrooge McDuck downward pogo stick with your sword and a dash attack that is launched by hitting the attack button while you're in a sprint. Levels are all over the place. You'll move from left to right, right to left, up to down up, and many areas have secrets that can be unlocked if you come back once you have new abilities. There are teleporters in between stages you can use to fast travel between them as you navigate the Dr. Wily's castle looking map. You can find pieces of orange spirit that once 3 are gathered give you an extra bar of life, and also find blue essence that will give you a bar of SP, no collection of 3 required. Not all are found by secrets necessarily, some will be noticeable as you pass along normally, and full one-shot health upgrades also drop from some bosses, which there are quite a few of. There's some pretty well designed fights here that do often require a bit of memorization and practice. Honestly, the same goes for a lot of the levels as well. Thankfully, there's a checkpoint every couple or few screens and before every boss where you'll respawn when you die with no penalty. There's no lives to worry about. You also collect little gems that drop from enemies or fall Castlevania style from breakable lights. You can use this collection of gems to upgrade save points to restore your health, sometimes your SP, and some checkpoints will also have a specific to that checkpoint unlockable item that will regenerate every time you collect it. Items will stay with you until you're hit 3 times. There's a handful of options here, a sword extension, a SP generator, and a salvager thing that floats around you and absorbs bullets shot at you and turns them into SP. There's a couple others too. You can occasionally also find these items in the wild. The game has some in-engine cutscenes to tell its story, but also some cinematics that also really ring of the old Ninja Gaidens. The pixel art and diverse enemy and trap designs are really great here. The game also has a really nice chiptune soundtrack. It's easy to see, if you've played Shovel Knight, why Yacht Club Games would have helped Mechanical Head Games bring Cyber Shadow to the world. Now, I want to say this game is tough but fair, but if I'm being honest, there are many points of the game set up to ambush and kill you instantly. That takes some practice and some memorization to get through. Again, a Ninja Gaiden reference, I apologize, but nothing was more annoying than jumping a pit in that game as a bird spawns from the top of the screen, perfectly aimed to knock you back and into the pit. What, you didn't know you needed to do a little fake out jump first? Once I got that, I think it's called Dragon Rush attack that can be unleashed while sprinting, I tried to use it to get around a lot more and faster, but man, it just felt like a loose cannon, wild and unpredictable. You slash an enemy with it and hit attack again, you'll do another dash, which sometimes is great, but when you actually just wanted to turn around and attack normally, instead just flings you into the path of danger. The downward stab, if it connects with an enemy, also gives you another double jump right afterwards that you can fire, and a whole stage. Depends on your ability to be able to do this. So yeah, I'll admit I did get frustrated a little bit. Sometimes I felt like I was just whining, but hey, I did finish the game in a reasonable amount of time, and even finished the last 3-phase boss without taking any damage. Overall, Cyber Shadow has an impressive handful of abilities, some very diverse, though occasionally unfair feeling level design, some fun bosses, an okay story, beautiful pixel graphics and environment and enemies, great music, and some hardcore challenge with lots of checkpoints. Rated as a 2D action platformer, Cyber Shadow lands at a 77 on my true 0 to 100 scale, where 50 is an average game. This is Jiro from Umbra Games. Thanks for watching.